In this video, we're going to go through the title update 1.32 patch notes, and in particular, they're going to nerf the shop glitch. So get all your resources from the Paris shops while you can. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Alright, so they came out with this tweet. Assassin's Creed Valhalla title update 1.32 launches tomorrow, October 5th. Includes game improvements. Prepare the game for Discovery Tour Viking Age, available October 19th. Added Google Stadia graphic mode, 8 to 24 gigabytes depending on platform. And here we're going to look at the title update. So October 4th, 2021, Assassin's Creed Valhalla title update 1.32. Title update 1.32 will be deployed on all supported platforms on October 5th at 2 p.m. CEST, 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 5 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. So, 8 a.m. Eastern Time in the U.S., unplug if you don't want this patch. If you're still upgrading your stuff, make sure you do that before you download and install this patch. So, in particular, we'll just go down to this quickly. So, they kind of just threw it in the back. Addressed Siege of Paris, Frankian merchants sold the same tattoo patterns that they already purchased. And then it said players could buy extra resources by going to different merchants across Francia. So that's the big one that they're nerfing now. That allowed me to upgrade all my armor sets to the full level and all my arrow or bows to the full level. I'm still working on all the weapons that are in the game. I probably won't get that done before the patch goes in. I just got a little tired of all the upgrades. Because you visit the Francia merchants, you visit them every time you level up or something, or every time they reset, which could also be through time. And so, I got a video about that. You could spend days going to the Francia merchants, so... It's a shame. It's a shame for the folks that haven't fully upgraded their gear, fully taken advantage of it. They want to upgrade kind of quick because you just don't get much from the merchants. That's the issue. So the patch size is 24 gigabytes for the Xbox Series X and S, 19.4 gigabytes for the Xbox One, 8.54 gigabytes for the PlayStation 5, and 10.84 for the gigabytes for the PlayStation 4. PC is 20.4 gigabytes. Check out below for the most notable title update 1.32 changes. Discovery Tour Viking Age. Added support for Discovery Tour Viking Age, preparing the game for release on October 19th. Right? So that's the big expansion, free expansion for anybody that owns the game. You get to play as different NPCs besides Eivor. You get to choose your own, like you could choose Odin or something. Google Stadia graphics mode. Added an option to Google Stadia that allows players to choose between high frame rate or quality. Allows switching between graphic modes for better performance. Prioritize 60 FPS or image quality. Prioritize resolution and graphic fidelity features. Miscellaneous post-launch skill nodes now have the proper impact on Eivor's stats. Territory opportunities will no longer be revealed using Sin when exploration difficulty is set to Pathfinder. Place the difficulty settings first in the gameplay section. Updated descriptions for exploration difficulty. Corrected aim assist parameters, order, and names for difficulty settings. Implemented collapsing expanded subcategories via button press. Added cycling of filters for entries based on expansions. Added visual overlay and enabled cycling of filters for entries based on expansions. Game improvements, main quest, world events, and side activities. We'll go back to game improvements. We'll do it. Siege of Paris. Toka was unresponsive to the Warlord of Melon quest. Siege of Paris. Ricardus remained stuck if a horse was placed at the cave's entrance during the Sister of Sorrow. Wrath of Druids, unable to collect prison key from the courting the kings. Eivor could summon mounts during the fight with Fenrir. Didn't know that. Could damage enemies in the Hidden Justice world event. Avenge quest could spawn in unreachable locations or enemies that aren't hostile. Unable to move shelf to pick up Ysmir Tyr stone near Utengard Chasm in Asgard. I just finished the completionist trophy, and I didn't have a problem with that. Unable to break the door to free Goodwin in the Reeve of Winchester. PC Fenrir boss fight didn't start if world details are set too low on GPU with 6 gigabyte VRAM or below. Okay, not good. River Raids and Mastery Challenge. No points were awarded if the NPCs knocked themselves out during the explosion in Wenloken Trial of the Wolf. You know, I was like harping on them when I was doing the Mastery Challenges, which I have also completed. That, you know, the NPCs kept on killing each other, especially in the wolf challenges. It was not just the Wenloken. I think Odin's Mine was even worse. But the game could become unresponsive when Eivor dies during the River Raid's exit screen. Cargo capacity could lock at 200 regardless of the upgrade level and cannot be repaired. New quest prompt for the Sword of St. George after it was already completed. Missing exploration area for clue objectives on the River Severn and X. There was no fog of war on the River Rhine. Yum's Viking didn't assist Eivor in opening doors at some River Raid locations. Max foreign supplies are set 1-1 after completing the main quest line. Eivor is shaking and arriving at River Raid's docks. Not gonna lie, I'd be shaking too. Graphics, audio, and animation addressed. Numerous graphic or lighting issues, various animation issues, numerous menu narration issues, world addressed. Instances where Eivor NPCs or the Longship would get stuck. I heard people complaining about that. I just wonder if they're gonna nerf the glitch through walls thing, you know, with the fishing line that so many people did during the dev room box stuff before that was nerfed. So I wonder if you can still glitch through walls. We'll check that once the thing updates, but right now we're just going through the patch notes. Gameplay addressed Wrath of Druids percussion arrow could interrupt Sierra's special attacks. Siege of Paris, Frankie and merchants sold the same tattoo patterns that were already purchased. Reaper healing perk triggered when switching equipment. Scaling options, scaling under certain circumstances. Players could buy extra resources going to different merchants across Francia. Numerous issues with spinning harpoon ability. Switching whistle to down D-pad and the quick action wheel to left D-pad made the character pull out a torch when whistling. Oh, that's interesting. Precision axe throw didn't destroy enemies' weak points. Exploration option changes from custom to Pathfinder after exiting Mastery Challenge. Dismounting any mount in the water made Eivor look like as if they fell from high grounds. That's interesting. Haven't tried that. Should try that. Numerous UI HUD issues, numerous colorblind mode issues. Couldn't use keyboard to like photos. Suggested power level didn't take power level scaling options into account. Nightmare difficulty option wasn't present in the combat difficulty while launching a new game. Auto assign wasn't directly usable after opening the skills menu. Auto path didn't work for post-launch skill branches. System addressed infinite loading on saves after completing the Siege of Paris. I have had save problems in 1.31. Xbox Series X did not recognize both gamepad and mouse keyboard. Performance and stability, improved performance and stability, addressed an issue where the game could freeze when changing the combat difficulty. Alright, so it drops 8 a.m. Eastern Time, October 5th. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel where we give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla.